Good day, class. I welcome you to today's agricultural science class. Today's topic is weeds and weed control. The objective of this topic, I'll start with the definition, then economic importance of weeds, then I'll discuss the various features of weed. Let's start with the definition. Weed is any plant that grows where it is not wanted or where it is not expected to grow. Weed is any plant that grows in a place where it is not expected to grow. Let me give you an example. A cassava plant that grows on a maize farm. The cassava plant is regarded as a weed. So farmers have to work hard to prevent their crops from being invaded by weeds. We have various effects or economic importance of weeds. We have so many of them. The first one is weeds compete with crops for space. Weeds compete with crops for space. And when weeds compete with crops for space, it will not allow the crops to grow very well. The second point, weeds compete with crops for sunlight. We have some weeds that have broad leaves. So they prevent sunlight, which is useful for photosynthesis for young crops. The third point, weeds compete with crops for nutrients. I hope you know that for crops to grow very well, it needs nutrients, both micro and macro nutrients. So some of these weeds, they feed on these nutrients. Number 4, weeds compete with crops for moisture. A crop that lacks moisture definitely will not grow well, and it will reduce the yield of farmer. Then number 5, weeds causes loss in income of farmers. It causes loss in income of farmers. And when the income of farmers is reduced, definitely the profit will also reduce. And this is not very good for farmers. Then wheat competes with crops for soil oxygen. Wheat competes with crops for soil oxygen. Weeds are capable of developing long roots, which remove a considerable amount of oxygen required for crop root respiration. Then, weeds can also cause reduction in the taste of some grasses. Weeds can also cause reduction in taste of some grasses. That is, weeds invade pastures. You know that ruminant animals like cattle, sheep, goats, they feed on pastures, and it reduces the taste of useful grasses that is required for their growth. Then the last point, some weeds are toxic to farm animals. Some weeds are toxic to farm animal. So some weeds, they are like poison, so it can affect the animal because they contain some toxins which can be detrimental or dangerous to farm animals. I would like to mention some important weeds that we have that are common in Nigeria. We have so many of them. Number 1, I'll mention their name, then their botanical. Okay. Number 1, the first one is Guinea grass. Their common name and their botanical. I'll mention the common name and their botanical names. This is a revision class. The first one, Guinea grass. The second one, we have the Gamba grass. The botanical name for Guinea grass is Panicum maximum. You underline your botanical name, Panicum maximum. Then the second one, the Gamba grass. The Gamba grass, or it's the Gamba grass. We have the Nanda Gamba grass and the Southern Gamba grass. There are two types of Gamba grass, the Northern Gamba grass, and we have the Southern Gamba grass. These are common grass that can be found in our area. The Northern Gamba grass, the botanical name is Andropogon Gaianus. While the Southern Gamba grass, the botanical name is Andropogon tectorum. Androbotectorum. Then the fourth one, we have Tridus. The botanical name is Tridus procumbens. Then we have Stylo. The botanical name is Stylosanthis. You underline your botanical name. It's very important. Stylosanthis gracilis. Then we have the water leaf. You can write that inside your notes, water leaf. It is called, the botanical name is Thalinium triangulate. The water leaf, Thalinium triangulate. So these are some of the common weeds that we have. We still have a lot of them too that you can check in your notes, the notes I sent to you. You can check them. Then your textbook, you will see their common names and their botanical names. Then I would like to mention the characteristics of some seeds which aid the characteristics of seed which aid dispersal by wind. The characteristics of seeds which aid dispersal by wind. So I'm going to mention the method of dispersal of these weeds. Mostly, these weeds are majorly dispersed by their seeds. They are dispersed by their seed. You discover that this weed, you did not plant them, but you see them everywhere. They are growing fast. So majorly, their method of dispersal is by seed. So when the wind blows, you just see that you see some of these grasses, they are growing without being planted. Then they can also be dispersed by water. Dispersal of seed by water. Some of these seeds, they are also dispersed by water. Then we have dispersal of seed by animals. Dispersal of seed by animal. Some of these wheat seeds, they are carried by animals, grazing animals. So when animals, they are grazing around, they can easily carry this seed, and you just see some of these weeds growing where they are not planted. Then these weeds, they also have their benefits. I would like to mention some of their benefits. Benefits of wheat. Some of these weeds are beneficial to man and animal. Some of these weeds, they serve as food for man. Wheat benefits of wheat. The first one, wheat serve as food for man. Example of such wheat is the water leaf, which is the botanical name is Thalinium triangulae. So it can serve as food for man. Then wheat serve as feed for animals. Like I mentioned earlier on, the northern Gamba grass, the southern Gamba grass, they are wheat and they serve as feed for animals, which aid the growth of animals. Animals like cattle, sheep, goats, they feed on these grasses. Then wheat helps to control erosion. Wheat help to control erosion. So one of the benefits of wheat, it helps to control erosion. Then some wheat can be used to make baskets. Some wheat can be used to make mats, and some wheat are used for making mats and are used for making mats and baskets. Then another point, some weeds, they help to replenish the soil nutrients. Some dead plants can be used to replenish soil nutrients. So some weeds can act as, they can be used for making compost manure. They can be used to replenish soil nutrients. Then the last point, leguminous weeds, they harbor bacteria that help to fix atmospheric nitrogen. Some of these weeds, they can be used to harbor bacteria that can be used to fix atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. So apart from the economic importance of wheat too, they have their own benefits. We have a lot of importance of wheat. I said wheat, they serve as food for man, e.g. water leaf. Then we have some other plants that are used as vegetables that are very useful for man. Then number two, wheat serve as feed for animals. Example of such plants, we have the northern Gamba grass, we have tilo, we have Guinea grass, we have the carpet grass, spear grass, wire grass, we have the stubborn weed, elephant grass, which is also called Penicetum purpureum. Then we have the water leaf, sun hemp. They are all useful for animals. Then some of these weeds too, they can be used as medicine. They serve medicinal purposes. Some of these weeds, they are useful as medicine for man. Next class, I'm going to discuss the control of weeds. Control of weeds. Thank you and God bless you.